Live in Boston at the Cabot Center. Keith Giardino, I'm Adam Giardino, and we are nowhere close to Vermillion, South Dakota. You can see right there, this is where University of South Dakota is located. The population's just under 11,000. That almost doubles when students are there. Sioux City is the largest city in the state, closing in on 200,000 people, which is about 20 times the size of Vermillion, the 11th largest city in the state. South Dakota, the Coyotes. Well, the coyotes, the state animal is the coyote. So the pronunciation, important to know when you're talking about the Coyotes of South Dakota. And just an interesting place, an interesting story on how these two teams ended up tangling up in the season opener here in 2019.
Yeah, it's quite the expedition for South Dakota to get out here. A lot like the expedition Lewis and Clark went on. They actually stayed in Vermillion, South Dakota, Adam, back in 1804 during their, mid-America travels.
Heading out west.
Lewis and Clark, Vermillion, South Dakota.
They, in fact, had the very first Google review of the city way back in the early 1800s.
Yeah, they had the first Google review account and Yelp account as well.
Yeah, no, they loved the bison, said it was tasty. Here's the take on the inside, off the glass. No good. Clark comes away with it. Clark backs it out. Ayanna Dublin on the court. She's been out there the entire time. We see Mide Oriomi out there as well, another one of the freshmen for Northeastern. A save on the baseline. That's well done by Ayanna Dublin.
Yeah, Dublin really earned a lot of trust last season as well. She was a player who was injured in 2017-18 after playing a previous year as a freshman, but her junior campaign, she came back, worked hard, earned more and more minutes almost every night, every game, and has found herself a consistent part of what this team wants to do this year.
Shot clock winding down, partially deflected shot, and the shot clock runs out. Northeastern haven't really had so much success early on. They traded a three for a couple early buckets, but since then South Dakota has gone on a 10-4 run to open up a lead. About as good a start as South Dakota could want. Missed a couple of early shots, but otherwise they've been really asserting themselves on both ends of the court. That's Oriomi with the pick. Goes length of the court. Finishes with the left.
How about that for a first collegiate basket for Mide Oriomi off the steal and then running the floor for the layup.
Really ties it up from behind. Long and athletic. You can see that right off the get-go. Corner three, no. And a good hustle. Tracking it down, Stella Clark then strips it. Taylor Frederick did well to keep that one alive for the Coyotes.
Just a quick break here for Shervin, too. She's already back on the floor, trying to get that physical presence down low again, as Northeastern the last couple times down has shown a little bit more defensively. They try to bring Shervin back in to give him a little too much to handle.
Diagonal pass, again deflected. This one, Clark, one more time, getting in a passing lane.
Another good defensive possession for Northeastern here. Just 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Duffy left alone just inside the arc. Calmly knocks it down.
Doesn't seem like she cares if there's somebody in front of her or if she's 10 feet back from that spot. She's going to take the shot confidently. More times than not, it's going to go down. Just an easy release for Duffy, easy make.
Here's Hill with a foot on the line. That's a long two. Final minute of play here in the first quarter at the Cabot Center. Place is loud, boisterous. It's a fun one for the school children. A blocking foul on the strong take. Free throws coming up for Hannah Shervin.
Yeah, Dublin tried to do all she could to get in position there, but Shervin with a nice move, put the ball on the floor, and a strong take.
One of the shortcomings in her game, the fact that she made 2/3 of her free throws a season ago, which is not a terrible number for a center, but compared to the rest of the South Dakota team, 66% not what you're looking to do.
Yeah, and you saw that first one was way off. Here's another look at that take. You see Dublin just a step too late getting over to get set, and that's going to be a blocking foul every time. This one does rattle home for Shervin, but that's something they want her to be better at this season, I'm sure, and I'm sure she's worked on it. The rest of this team surely knows how good they could be from the line as she takes a seat here again.
South Dakota finished the season a year ago 28-6, and you win a lot close games by making your free throws. They made almost 80%, which was third in the country. Travel on Hill, turnover, shot clock off. Final possession here in the first quarter belongs to South Dakota.
Yeah, you imagine they'll probably hold for one here. You take another look at Hill. This is just another instance, and that's a clear travel there. The foot moved off the left, the pivot foot moved before she put the ball back on the floor. Again, they're trying to integrate new players into new spots on the floor this year. Alexis Hill last year played in 27 games, just 13 minutes a game. She's going to play more than that this season. She's going to be in different areas of the floor. She's going to be asked to facilitate a little bit more, and that's obviously something that happens, a travel.
Got a hand check foul on Northeastern, just their third of the quarter, so still a foul to give here in the first if they want to. South Dakota has only committed just the one foul. Hannah Shervin picked that up very early on in the quarter. This is Chloe Lamb working into Todd, trying to work around Todd, and a great job defensively for the tie-up. Northeastern basketball, they've got one more possession with under 6 to go in the frame.
Yeah, you love that defense right there from Northeastern. Lamb working off the screen is going to draw the double team, and by the time she got over to the wing, she was trapped. And a good job to get on that ball, force the jump ball.
Ball in the hands of Mosey Staples. She'll tee it up. The freshman, no. Freshman from Fort Washington, Maryland, tried to cut the deficit in half. Northeastern goes into the first quarter break, trailing by 6. South Dakota, Northeastern, an exciting first 10 minutes.